Part 3 to you have really just ascended to your highest timeline. Now, look, I feel like what needs to happen right now, and the biggest thing I feel that Spirit wants you to understand is for some of you, like, you're just in denial. You're very much in denial. So let's read what we have so far. So you have the Queen of Pentacles and the World, right? With the Death card in reverse. So for me, it seems really like as the Queen of Pentacles and the Death card, you have learned so much in the past cycle. Okay, you've learned how to manage your money. You've learned how to see money in the correct light. For some of you, you had like a really intense situation when it comes to hustle, when it comes to like get it by any means type of energy, and Spirit wanted you to get up out of that. It took you a while though, because you had the Death card in reverse, which means you really wasn't trying to catch this lesson. You really wasn't trying. You really was still trying to hustle, but they had to slap the fuck out of you and be like, nigga, stop doing that shit, right? So, but you know, all comes with love, because then when you went through that change finally, you know what I'm saying, being hard-headed and shit, with the World and the High Priestess, you was able to get your shit together, be balanced, and understand how to stand between the realms. And that's what brought forth your fulfillment in the Nine of Cups. So then, with your High Priestess and the Hermit situation going on, you went from, okay, I'm embodying my power, to how do I create a stabilized understanding of how to perpetuate this continually? 111 on the clock and 151, okay? And with the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, it has a lot to do. You had the opportunity to move forward in this space while also being hermited. But for whatever reason, you felt that you needed to understand how to birth something more effectively, okay? And that is why you went into hermit mode instead of coming straight out with the High Priestess and going into that next phase of starting your next cycle of creating that next thing. You needed time to incubate the lesson, to understand how to apply it effectively, and how to understand how to move forward effectively. Now, because it was in the reverse, it also gives me the feeling that you were almost afraid to step out of the dark into the light with this thing, because you failed so many times before, or you tried to go forward, whether it's in a career, in a job, whatever, but it just wasn't working out. It didn't feel fulfilled. And so you had all of these doubts. And so you brought those doubts into the idea. And for a while, you were doubting so hard that forward movement halted, because your mind is also the catalyst for your manifestation. So if your mind, your words, your emotions, and your actions are not in alignment, something is always going to be off with the way things move. And this hermit mode brought you into a liminal space where you could understand how you were ineffectively manifesting. I don't know if you can see, but the ball that she is walking on is also the color of the room. You had to understand how to effectively move forward. And you took some time to figure out, what the fuck does that even mean, right? You had to reflect on the path itself. Now, you have the Eight of Swords right after the Hermit, because still, if you want to get into this energy where you're actually moving forward, right, you need to embody it. But as you are embodying it in this liminal space, you're understanding how limiting it is, because you're not supposed to be here. But in the with the Two of Wands, I asked, well, how do we get up out of this space? Like, where is the blockage so we can get up out of here? And the thing is that you believe that you don't have a choice. You believe that you're now stuck here because you've been hermiting for so long to understand, how do I move forward? But you're also fearful that moving forward will fail. But at the end of the day, everything is working out for you, and Spirit's going to push you to make a decision regardless. So let me help you. Pick one. Pick one. I'll tell you, would you like to stay here, trying to understand shit, trying to figure it out, trying, understanding, but not going anywhere? Would you rather feel the fear? Would you rather feel the fear? Would you rather just tell yourself you can't, you won't, you'll never? Does that make sense? Or you could just do it. You could just be about that action. You could just understand that things are literally working out in your favor and you're going to get it regardless. So just start. Just start. Just be okay with where you're at. Now, I want to get some more messages for you guys. See what Spirit has for you. They want you to understand that you've built the wall that you're standing against. There is no one else there anymore. They've cleared the path for you. As a matter of fact, some of you could just walk around it. There's nothing stopping you at this point, okay? With the King of Wands. Look, they're looking at each other. This is who you used to be. Stopped by people, places, things that reflected the internal blockages that you have. But now you've understood that with balance, you can achieve whatever you need. You can create whatever you want. There's nothing that can become or there's nothing that you can succumb to. 616 on the clock. That was a lot of cards at once. We got the Lovers here. Some of you might have a connection happening right now for you to understand how to relate to this person. I feel like if there is a person, for some of you, this is you looking back on your past self and you understanding why you were so stuck. For some of you, you had to balance your masculine and feminine energies to understand like how to operate in one versus the other, get in a certain given time, right? The Lovers, you're coming back to yourself, but some of you in a connection are also coming back because the relationship is now balanced, because you're no longer being the victim or being the savior. You're being a whole person, right? And that other person also is, it's important that you understand that regardless if this card is upright or in reverse, balance is necessary, and nothing is going to ever end. Does that make sense? Two of Pentacles. To me, I feel like the relationship wasn't, the reason why money wasn't flowing correctly for you is because this was out of balance. Whether this is your divine masculine, divine feminine energy, or if you're in a connection where money wasn't all the way right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Then we have the Hanged Woman. And this card, I feel like you needed to change your perspective on the way things were. Also, there feels like there was this victim energy, like you did this to me, when really it was like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you saying these things to yourself? Type of energy. And that shift of, it's not really me. That's the problem. Yes, I do need to heal and stuff, but the way that someone acts is not my responsibility. That's their responsibility. And I can't control that. But what I can control is how I react and how I let it affect my peace. And that puts you in the Empress here, which is why you're about to get everything that you really want. And it opens you up to receive this Ace of Cups, because for a while shit was kind of shitty, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the Wheel of Fortune right here. So everything is literally working out for you. You're creating this. This is what you wanted, Spirit's saying. You wanted this. You wanted to understand it. You wanted to feel free, honest, open, and to be able to express yourself without feeling like you're alone. And understanding that this understanding is making the decision, but mentally, emotionally, you need to follow that decision, because Spirit is showing you that in that understanding, for some of you, you're still coming to this place, but for some of you, you're already here and you just haven't realized that that is the decision. So follow it. Follow it. For some of you, it comes down to being authentic is safe. Being you is safe. It's safe to be yourself, right? See, now y'all gonna make me go into a part 4. So just come back. Oh, my, the floor. Okay, bye.